Hey guys and girls, my name is Snowy. Welcome to part 16 of Polaris here in City Skylines 2. In the previous episode I did a filler episode of filling up this entire area, and I think aside from that I don't know if I did anything more. I'm not even sure, but it was a filler and it was quick and dirty, as I would say it. I think I built also a metro maybe, or a train line or whatsoever. I'm not 100% sure. Now, what we are going to do this episode, we are going to fill up the center area of our city. And for that, I have placed all the buildings that I could find in my arsenal here, in these menus here. And of course, we have also the residential buildings, you know, the standard residential buildings. But this is the rest. Now, for let's see, the viewer Old Speedy, who is often coming to this channel, thank you for watching the videos, Old Speedy, and for notifying me about certain issues. Let's say, for example, here I solved the crisis here by extending this piece of rail track, so less trains will be stuck with each other. And the same thing I also applied over here on the other side. Let's zoom out. Where is it? From the airport here. Yeah, here. I said in the previous episode, you know, or the episode before that, that this junction was like a little bit of a pain in the, you know, there. And this train comes there, they come together here, they go underground, and eventually they come out somewhere. Let's check it out. Here you can see it. You see the underground mode. One goes like that way and one goes that way. So that's fixed. Now I'm looking at this. Did I also do something here? I think so. When this train connection came out of here, I think also this was a little bit too short. So I widened it out to make sure that there is enough space for these guys to make their turn. Of course, sometimes they have to wait. This guy has to wait because, you know, these things can only handle so many trains, you know, per time. Anyway, that has been settled for now, and now it's time to fill up the area here in the middle. Yes. Now, before I do that, the first thing I want to do is I want actually to delete the area itself, like this, and this. I will redo that later when I'm going to assign certain services to certain places, because that definitely needs to be done. Manor Bluff, I leave it now there for the time being. Now the big question is, what kind of building are we going to place in the middle? Now, I've been looking here, and the biggest building in the whole collection that I could find was actually this building. So it's the National Diet Building. Now, it's not your tallest building, but yeah, it is possible that we might have like taller skyscrapers, but yeah, which we do actually. I'm sorry, this is the part of office signature building. I forgot to name it, so I named this stuff. You know, you have the large sport parks, you have the mixed residential commercial signature buildings, and the residential signature buildings, all with their respective sizes. Now, when we look at this, it's obvious that this building seems to be having the biggest size. Yeah, so let me grab the move mod, and we are going to drag this thing to the middle, and let's see how we can plonk it down here in the middle. Well, by the looks of it, it fits. That also gives opportunity for some parking, and yeah, so, but also it has to be connected. And let's have a look how we are going to place this thing actually in relation to the city. Now, this is the ocean. You watch the city from the ocean. And did I not place this landmark over here? I placed it all the way at the beginning of the episode, so with the idea of looking from here over this horizon, and that should be the skyline basically, and with this building in the middle and other buildings surrounding it, then yeah, this should be the the focal point basically. So let's go back here and let's make this work. Now let me have a look. So I'm grabbing this thing again and let me put it back a little bit, and then we're grabbing the alley road. Now let's have a look, because if I take it from here and bring it over to there, hook it up to there like that, and then we grab this building. Can I move it? Yes, I can. No? Yeah, I can move it to there. But that seems not bad. That seems definitely not bad at all. And let's see if we can apply then some parking in front of it. Actually, this would be fitting perfectly nice. What kind of parking is this anyway? Dome overground parking buildings. Okay, now I do know that parking buildings and also parking lots, they make noise, and the fun part is that actually the parking roads, these, they don't make any noise. So that's, yeah, it's kind of odd, but it is, yeah, it is that like that. So if I take this and I put it around like that, and now all this stuff is not 100% straight, so we have to deal with that. And we bring this out to there, yeah. And then this we connect up to. Okay, so this does not really want to play ball. So I don't think that this is 100% straight. Okay, let me delete this section then, and we pick this one again. So let's see, 90. I want a 90 degree. 90, and then go back, and then on the right side I see that there's 2 blocks remaining. So yeah, that should do it. And then this would then be a 90 if the game allows me to. All that wonkiness. So 92 degrees, 90 degrees. You would not say, yeah? But apparently it is. Now, regarding detailing, for detailing I want to make a separate episode, because detailing is something I have to think about. I have to think about, how to, what I want to put there. Now it's like filling up this whole area. And I want to really have big stuff here in the middle, and the biggest one in the middle, and then gradually lowering down to the edges. So let's have a look what follows next. Now I think I will grab, with the Move It mod, this building. So this is also an office, a signature building. And let's see, from this vantage point here, let me see. Now, as you can see, this building is now directly behind that building, so that is a no-go. So we have to fix that. Come on, game. It's auto-saving, that's why it's sometimes lagging. This building, I think, let me see, maybe it could fit here. It still is complaining, by the way, about connection. Maybe I have to turn it. Although something is complaining here, I don't know what it is. No, this building is still complaining. Okay, let's get out of here. Maybe I can just move the building. Move the building and move it into place here. Bash. And yeah, it stopped complaining. So we are going back here to check out the view. Now that's much better, right? And especially at night. So, and we have to leave some of these holes there as well to get like sort of a cityscape. Okay, let's go back here, and then I grab the next tallest building, which is actually this one. So grab, and it makes kind of sense to put that on the other side. So I'm just, can I put it here? Yeah, it does wants to be here without complaining. We're pushing it a little bit back, and I don't think this would look bad from a distance. Here is the, yeah. So actually I don't want to constantly go back to this point to take a peek. if there's an option to, let's see, this thing, and then make a little point here, because you know that's the same line. So I don't have to go back all the time. I can also go from here, just look up like that, and then I can see, okay, that seems okay, fair enough. Now let's see what more. What can we do more? Now we have some big buildings here, but the next big building is this one. Let's see. Now we think about, let's see, the view, the angle where this building has to go. So can I grab that building while I'm at a distance? Something like that. So this is the distance, okay. I think here maybe. Let's just check it out, how this will go. So we place it here on the corner, just like that. And yeah, that does do the trick pretty well. Now let's see, we have this building, we have those buildings, we still keep on going with these, and this is actually a pretty large building. So let's see, it's slightly lower as well, so that makes it interesting, but still high enough to say, like, let's put it here somewhere on this side, so we get a nice skyline of high buildings, and the low buildings can really be put in front. So let me have a look here. This is just kind of working out. We can always play a little bit later with the connections. Now this thing is kind of complaining that it does not want, so okay, then maybe I have to put it manually, I mean using the system. But anyway, I think yeah, I think that works nice. Okay, so now what if we want to put like a somewhat lower building in front of it? Now let's have a look, the space here. So we have these spaces, and let me have a look. What seems to be fitting? A somewhat lower building. It could be this one, maybe. Let me grab this one. Okay, it's also an office signature building. But this is a type of building that we really could put in front. So let's say there. Yeah, it accepts. Nice. It accepts. Let's put that into place. Yep. Okay. Now, what are we going to do with this needle? This needle is a tourist attraction. So this tourist attraction, let me see. So, maybe here on this side. Let's see. It's all about visibility, you know. You have to see it from the side. So I'm thinking about putting it here. This is not all in line with this road, but you know, the road can be changed. Here we go. Nice. So click this option over here, greenify it. Here we go. And then we also have to introduce some parking roads in between, otherwise, you know, people have issues parking. You don't want that at these buildings. So this one already has a parking option, but I also want to make one for this one. So we take a parking road that goes all the way to there. Bash. Perfect. And then maybe at the back of this road we can also put like one. And the nice thing about these buildings is they are also zonable. That's also very nice. Here I would say, like, we put this like that. We take the curve, and then from here I bend it straight into there. Bash. Nice. Great. Let's see. So we are getting something. I kind of like it. And maybe I want to have like one of those parks here in the front. Yeah, one of those parks. Now, let's see. That is kind of big. National Gallery of Art. These are large sport parks. About a little stadium or something. Let me see, this stadium. How big is that? Oh, that's actually not too bad. So close to the station over here. Now let's see how we can squeeze this in here. Well, there will be a lot of squeezing. Well, nothing is impossible until you just do it. You just have to change a little bit, a few items here and there. So can I grab this like so and delete it here? Yeah. And then we take this thing and we put it straight against Bash. Woo! Look at that. I kinda like it because that means that I can grab a pathway, because we have like a crossing here. Turn this off and then we make a path that goes right next to it and then straight to there. Perfect. Loving it. So move this. Yeah, that's all fine. And also this thing requires some parking, so I select the parking road here. And let me see, could we make a parking road straight from here? Just all around it like that, and then this will go to there. I think I am a little bit short here with this one. So I will do this. Click that, pick it again, and then make it a little bit further, like so, and then this can go that way. It's not 100% matching, but yeah, the worst of things, And all those traffic lights, we will remove those. Well, I can remove those now, and also the pedestrian crossings. They will come later, not now. So. Yeah, this is kind of nice. I wonder if that thing has like a noise print. Some of these buildings have, but okay. I want also a park here. Now let me have a look. What kind of park would fit there? Would this park fit there? I mean, this is a big park. And how about the Ferris wheel? I mean, the Ferris wheel. Okay, let me grab this thing and then zip, and then. Oh, come on! Oh yeah, you can do it. This thing is rather, maybe this thing can fit more in this area. And then we grab this is the National Diet Building, which will fit nowhere. But then this building on the other hand, let's see, this, oh man, this is, I think it's just, ooh, look at that, it's like very tricky. I don't think, although this is very tight, it's really very tight, because I also have this tram route running around here. I have to be careful with that. And this, I wonder. So let me see, how wide is this? If I put it all the way to there, and it also touches that building, so that's also a no-go. This thing will fit here, so that's no problem. So maybe we have to shove this thing further to the back, I'm afraid. Somewhere maybe in between here, where we delete maybe a road. So probably I will delete this road. Okay, we grab this thing again, the move it mod, and then we connect it here up, let's say to the edge, something like that. And this road is not entirely straight, so I'm going to fix that. We delete also this part, and then we pick at this one, and we make this a little bit more straight-ish, like that. And then from here, we bring it over to there. We select this option, and we make the curve into there. Yeah, I can live with that. I can definitely live with that. And this building has its own spot. Nice. So we put some parking space in here as well. From there to there. So they can park. Nice. And then this thing. So when the city is being viewed from this angle, we want to see this thin kind of thing. So it's going to be tricky, by the way, this one, because if I want to put it like this, or like this, maybe actually like this, yeah, because then I think this works best, because then it's, yeah, I think I like it. Let me fine tune this. So by the way, if you also hold Control with the Move It mod, then you can really move it very slowly. Can you see that? Then you use a very finesse mode. Sometimes I see people like you know, like that, but that's not necessary. You can just enter Control and then you can really softly nudge an item in its place. Yes, you can. So here we put a road for no particular reason. I don't know why, but anyway, let's continue. So let's see, that park we put there. So I still want to park here, and that has to be, yeah, let's have a look. So this is a whole complex. Let me have a look from top side. This is the area. Why does that park look not so big from, yeah, this is, yeah, one park. This is like a football. How about this one then? Let me move that around. That does fit. It's not technically a park, it's actually a baseball stadium, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it is. So yeah, we can put it here. Is this the right spot to put it? I think so. Yeah, I think it will work. Yeah. So in combination with some parking also here. Bash. Here we go. And gradually this is starting to fill up. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to make a nice time lapse, and I'm going to take all kinds of buildings from the right side above here. I will put them in place, and let's see what we can build together. Shall we? Okay, I will be right back. Well, I think this is enough. Of course, not everything that I have over here would fit here, but I try to make it as proper as possible. And looking from this vantage point over here, now that looks kind of nice. So let's go into another time setting. Let's see, day. Let's say night. Looks a little bit weird for a night, but not really that dark if you ask me. Or less aurora maybe helps. 14 July. Oh, that makes a difference. Ah, this makes it darker. Ah, okay. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. You know, this is a nice screenshot actually. Pause the game. Ooh. Just get out of here. Yeah. And then let's get out of here like this. And I make a print screen like that. Here we go. And I will paste that later into a graphical editor. Because, yeah, as you can see, I built out this entire area. Press play again. And, of course, the economy has a huge dent, and that's also because of all these remaining buildings over here. And I can delete these buildings, and let's also not forget yet these buildings I have to buy. Yeah, I had to buy them in order to place them. Yeah, sadly enough I cannot delete them all at once. Now, before I continue, let me just save the game, because I had this before that when I deleted stuff, that suddenly the game would crash, and then poof, I was back into my main menu. So these can only be, yeah, I cannot delete them. You know what, I will delete those off screen, because also I'm thinking about maybe I could even place some of these other places, like this stadium for example. You know, some of the items I did place outside of the area, for example this thing, and even this stadium over here, and I think even the National Diet building itself as well. And if we have like let's see, we have like, here is the subway station, you know. Wouldn't it be a bad idea to have, like, if we take this road like that and we just extend this a little bit like that, and then we take this lonely building over here like that, and then we call it for the night, and let's see how we can fiddle that in. There's also another stadium, soccer stadium. Yeah, as I thought, this is just a little bit too big, but that is okay. I will just, I think I have to turn it, I think. So, okay, this will be fine. And pick at this, and then from here to there. And then, yeah, I kind of hate that, you know, if that happens when you have just that little itsy bitsy. Okay, we can fix that by saying, like, okay, we bring this road up like that, and we bring this road down here, we bulldoze this away and this away, and we take this building and we place the building actually straight bash. So if you come driving down here, you can just go there and then park your car on the parking lots that we put around this building, like so. And then around it like that, and then to there. Voila, nice. So I hope you enjoyed this little part 16, and if you have any comments or suggestions, or any more suggestions to enhance the city center. I know I still have to decorate it here and there, although I did some minor decorations, and the traffic will eventually disperse. Maybe off screen I will make sure that there's a garbage option there. Police station might be useful in this area as well, but I think it's nice. I think it if you take it all in all and you get out of this view, look at it from this angle, and well, sunshine, moonshine, what to make of it. Now this is technically the island from where we look at that, through the hole, and as you can see the buildings are nicely shaped, you know. I made sure that that the buildings were so in such a way separated that you could look through them, and yeah, that really made a difference actually. Yeah, I'm not unsatisfied with this one, so let's get out of here. We put this thing back to default, which is just day, and yeah. Okay, guys and girls, thank you for watching this episode number 16. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and also hit the bell, and I will see you soon in episode 17. Thank you for watching, and until next time, see you. Bye bye.